So this has been all about business and giving tips here and there about events. I do have a few questions about love and relationships, and I'm going to answer at least 2. Here we go. Welcome back to Making Plans with Ray. Let's jump on in with Erica Nicole doing my foundation and the full on makeup tutorial. And you want to clean it up so that it doesn't mix with your foundation. So now we're going to moisturize her skin. This is my favorite. I love that product. It's called Weleda Skin Food. It's really healthy for the skin and it lays very well under foundation. Would you say this is better than an average primer? You can continue. Well, I get to do it. This is a moist. Yes, girl. Okay. Is it best to do it with a brush or with my hand? If I'm doing myself, I use my hands. If I'm doing a client, I use a brush just for sanitary reasons. I think a hand works better though because it warms it, like your body temperature warms it into the skin. Am I missing a spot? No, you're good. Just make sure you. And look at the glow it gives. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're going to go in with foundation. I'm actually going to mix. This is Tahoe by NARS. And this is New Caledonia by Mars. I'm going to use the New Caledonia around her perimeter, like I said earlier, and the Tahoe in the center. So I'm using a beauty blender. So I know beauty blenders comes in different shapes. Is there a certain shape I should use? Whatever you are most comfortable using. I have like 3 different shapes of the ones in my kit, and I like them differently depending on the client's like face shape. If they have like a small eye, I have another one that has a small, like kind of like that, like a thinner tint to it. You know what I mean? They're easy. Like this one in particular is really good for your face. The one that I use for myself has a wide tip because I have a lot of space under there. I will say that it matters the brand of beauty blender that you use. All of them are not good. So I recommend either getting the Beauty Blender brand for a lower price point. The Real Techniques one is orange, and you can get that in like everywhere. That's a really good one. And there's a couple ones in between, but like those are my favorite. The other thing is these have to be used damp or it will not apply how it's supposed to. So we're doing the inner part right now? Yep, so I'm doing that lighter color that we talked about. And then I'm going to very lightly go in because this is a natural look, so I'm not using a ton of foundation. A little bit of that dark color and just lightly blend it in around the edges and blend up into the lighter part. Yep, blend up. So you want it because you want the bulk of that warmer color, the darker color on the perimeter, and then you want to blend it out though. So it's a seamless transition. Ooh, that was good. You know what I'm trying to say? The darker part. So go in. So start here. Here? Yeah. And then go you want to find more pressure. Like this. There you go. Don't be scared of it. Go into it. Remember to blend up in here. See how it's still very light in here, so you want to make sure it's all. There you go. And make sure you're blending in good lighting too, so you can really see. Cause you ever do your makeup and then you go outside and you're like, you don't like the lights different. Yeah. All right, now let me see. Okay. Yeah. Well, that looks like I did on both sides. Yeah. Perfecto. So now we're going to go in just with a little concealer because you don't have any discoloration under your eye really, and we're keeping this very natural. When do you need to use color corrector? Because I don't use it. Do I need to use it? No, for discoloration,
Yeah.
which you have none of. So,
I'm blessed.
yeah, you don't need any.
What y'all think?
What?
I'm gonna be able to do this
right?
by myself.
Yeah. So now we're applying a little bit of translucent powder under the eye to set the product that we just laid.
What shade is that?
Clear.
So not that banana stuff?
No. I mean, if that's your personal preference, you can do that. I particularly do not do banana powder.
Okay.
I like a clear powder, a translucent powder. This is the RCMA powder. I like the Laura Mercier powder. I like, what other powders do I like? Ooh, a real cheap one that I love is Airspun. Okay, so now we have applied a skin powder to her skin to set the foundation. And I'm just warming her up, or kind of like a light contour. Very light since we're keeping it natural, but I like to call it warming it up too because it warms up the skin.
So contour I should do here.
Yep, right here. A good rule of thumb for contour is to make a fishy face. And then wherever, if you hold your brush from your ear to that indentation, that's where your contour lays. And you never want to go past about half of your cheek, or else it kind of gets draggy. Unless you like draggy. So now we're going to apply just a little wash of blush. I am a blush fanatic. I love a good blush. It's just so cute on brown girls. Like, look at that. Get into it.
So what do you have to say about healthy skincare before makeup?
Oh, it's essential. I tell my clients all the time, makeup can hide blemishes. It cannot hide texture. It can't hide any of those things, and that's really what matters, because you can have a beat face, but if you have bumps and craters, no shade again, because if some people can't help themselves, but if your skin has a lot of texture, it alters the finish of the makeup. You know what I mean? So if you take the proper steps to take care of your skin, you get your regular facials, you exfoliate, you use your toners, your serums, all that good stuff. I'm a skincare junkie, so I buy more skincare than I do makeup, ironically. You'll see it in your skin, and your makeup will lay way better.
I feel a difference from getting my facial.
Facials are so important.
I love it.
It's self-care too. Like, who doesn't want a facial?
Yes. I don't mind doing a theme more than one time. I think I would do... Sorry. I think I would do a safari theme. I probably would do it 3 to 5 times, because you can always change that. You could change it depending on the gender. You can change it depending on the color scheme that the client wants. You can change it depending on the color scheme that you would suggest to a client. How would I change it? So if it's a boy, we could do all nudes and like different hues of brown, shades of brown, add in a pop of blue, but have the animals and greenery and such. If it was a girl, we could do the same thing, vice versa, but with pink. If they didn't really want to have pink or blue, I would just focus on the greens, yellows, oranges, anything safari, jungle type of vibe. I would change the tablecloth looks. Like, you can do it so many different ways with the safari theme. You can do a look that's focused more on balloons. You can do a look that's focused more on flowers and greenery. So it's different ranges to different themes. So I don't mind doing themes over and over again, as long as I can interchange them. So this has been all about business and giving tips here and there about events. I do have a few questions about love and relationships, and I'm going to answer at least 2. Here we go. Special moments or a sign that I was going to get engaged. I mean, I knew he wanted to marry me because we talked about it. I think that's the part that people are missing, is conversation with your mate and communicating what you want and what your expectations are, as well as knowing what they want to gain out of the relationship as well. It's not all about just one person. Communication is essential. For me, I didn't have any other sign other than him. My fiance tricked me into thinking I was getting engaged in December. The way that my fiance is, I would have thought he would have proposed at 11:59 and 30 seconds up until the new year, since he said December. But he did that as a trick to get me to be, distracted. I didn't know that he was actually going to do it. I don't think there's really a sign that you would know unless it's like that day and you're around your family. And even then, I didn't realize what was happening. So there's no real sign. I think just as long as you communicate with your mate what your expectations are to come out of that relationship, then you should be good. Anything special I can share about the wedding? Everyone has to wear one color. That's what I can share. We have some fun little additives. I don't want to share too much on here because people who are being invited will know what to expect, and I don't want that to happen. But there'll be some like things and activities to do, special highlighted moments that my fiance and I have worked very hard on to pull off. And yeah, I think this is just going to be a wedding for the books. That's all I can share. Ooh. This looks real natural. I look like I could be an actress. Give me a scene and I'll act.
So the scene is, we 40 minutes late.
I told you, 40 minutes late to
40 minutes late to home. And
what's at home?
Your fiance's hungry. All right.
Go.
What am I going to do? This man's going to kill me. I got to get this food. I got to get the food. We got to stop somewhere. We're already 40 minutes late.
And scene.
40 minutes not even late.
Child, he
That's
be
your
hangry.
problem.
For a man.
He be hangry.
You alright?
No, not
That was your
now.
problem.
So the final look. I look really pretty if I do say so myself. Thank you so much to my amazing makeup artist. I love you. We had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little bell so you can get all the alerts when the new channel episode comes on. And stay tuned for more.